Welcome to the Coach's Corner, a sports discussion show brought to you by Cade, Mintz, Charlie Browder, and AJ Simpkins.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. This is the Coach's Corner, Asheville School Edition. I'm AJ Simpkins.
Here with Cade, Mintz.
And I'm Charlie Browder.
And today we have two very special guests, Lex Long and Coach Larry Johnson.
Yo, what's up? I'm Lex.
What's up? It's Larry.
So, Lex, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name's Lex. I play in the football team here at Christ School. I'm committed to the University of Virginia, and I'm friends with three very odd human beings named Charlie, Cade, and AJ. And I got to know Larry last year as he was a good friend of mine. Pretty much a coach of the football team, and it was pretty fun having him here and experiencing Christ School with him.
What about you, Larry?
I'm Larry. I went to Christ School for 4 years. I go to LSU now. I played in the football team for 3 years. Started all 3 years, but then took a little detour. Was ruled ineligible to play my senior year, so I decided to help out with the coaching staff, help out with the offensive line and the offense a little bit. Yeah, that's my story.
So you were practically a GA for a high school team.
Yeah, I was a GA for a high school team. The people I would follow on there was mostly Coach Buchanan, Coach Purse, and Coach Schuler most of the time. And I would help out Coach Brown, because at the time Coach Schuler was the offensive coordinator. I would help out Coach Brown with calling in the plays, sending them into the offense mostly. And when I could, I'd help out the centers as much as I could.
Gotcha.
All right, so last year you switched into that kind of grad assistant position. What was the biggest difference for you going from a player and then transitioning into being a GA? Like, what was the biggest difference for you?
I guess the biggest difference for me was it was a lot harder, obviously, for me to be in the sidelines as much as I was. As much as I wanted to be out there with my guys in the field. I guess the biggest difference was just the atmosphere from the sidelines and not being on the field.
I got you. And also, last year, Asheville School Week kind of took on another name. People around school called it Larry Week. And with it being Asheville School Week, kind of tell us what Asheville School, the game, and the whole week leading up, tell us like what that means to you.
I mean, it means a lot to me. It's one of the longest standing traditions, not only at Christ School, but in North Carolina and South Carolina. I mean, last year as my senior leader position was spirit liaison. I took it upon myself to make sure that the senior class could have the best week possible. And I'm happy y'all are getting to do it. I know it's a little different this year with the COVID restrictions and everything, but I'm hoping y'all are having the same amount of fun as we had, because we had a blast. It was one of the best weeks ever in my 4 years at Christ School. So I'm hoping y'all get the same experiences, but it's just a lot of fun to be able to do that with your senior class and to kind of lead the school in that week.
You can't replace Larry Week. Nothing's gonna be like Larry Week.
So I wasn't here last year. So why was it Larry Week? Like, what made it all about Larry?
You asking me or you asking him?
Yeah, we're asking anybody, to be honest with you.
Well, I think for me, it was just Larry's just –
He just led everything.
If there's one word to describe Larry Johnson, to be passion. And whether that's good or bad, it's passion. And I think that week allowed him to really be Larry and allowed him to, like, express himself, like his love for Christ School and then also his hatred for Asheville School.
For sure. So what does this game mean to you?
It means a lot. I mean, this game is so much fun. I mean, not only because, we plan on winning every year by multiple points and multiple touchdowns. Hopefully that tradition continues on this year, but it's not just about winning the game. It's about seeing the community out there. I mean, you see everybody. I don't know how it's going to work this year again with COVID restrictions, but every year I was there, you see close to 500 people at that game, as opposed to maybe 150 at usual games. I mean, it's a great experience for all the young guys to see. It's a great experience for all the parents to come into town and see the game, connect with everybody, connect with their sons, friends, parents. It's a good experience all around for the school, and it's something that needs to happen for the remaining years to come. yeah, it's a great opportunity for everybody to come together in the community and support the football, not only the football team, but just Christ School as a whole.
Yeah, you kind of touched on the atmosphere. So, like, in comparison to other games, how does the Asheville School game compare to other regular games, like atmosphere-wise?
Oh, it's wild. I mean, some of my best memories from playing are from the student section from the Asheville School game. I mean, you see some of the seniors getting absolutely wild in the stands, throwing stuff at each other, throwing stuff onto the field. They get wild. They get the flags out. They're all dressed up really nicely, and it's just I loved all the bannering going back and forth between our student section and Asheville School student section. It's just a lot of fun. They really do fuel the football team in that game. There's no doubt about it.
And last year, I definitely noticed like there was just a different air in like the locker room when we came in like for the Asheville School game.
Yeah,
it was
for
just,
sure.
We were just a different kind of locked in, and everybody was really hype and having like excited, and it was really fun just to be like around my brothers even like before the game even started.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be something for you, AJ, that you'll –
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And what Mr. Krieger said today in our assembly, the longest rivalry in North Carolina. I can't believe that.
Yeah, but
That's
both
actually
the
crazy.
Carolinas, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's actually crazy.
Yeah.
It's like 94 years or something like
Yeah,
that.
I think it's the
Straight.
94th game, and
Yeah.
they've been playing it nonstop since, I think, 1933.
Yeah, but Asheville School is actually looking a little better this year than they have in the past couple years. I know we've really kind of crushed them a little bit in the past couple years, but they have a couple playmakers this week on their team, and so we can't really take them too lightly this week. And I think it should be a better game than it normally is. But I do believe that we will still come out with the win this Friday or this Saturday.
Yeah, I think it's more important this year to come out focused and prepared, especially since, kind of like we touched on, the atmosphere and environment won't be the same, where we kind of have to feed off each other more than we would be able to feed off the crowd and the parents and the students and all that. We have to be able to feed off each other and just come out ready to play from the get-go. We've come out flat a little bit in games this year, so I think as long as we come out fire and guns a-blazing, we should come out with a W against a good Asheville School team.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially this year. They just got this new headmaster who is all about sports. So,
Yeah,
they're definitely not one to take lightly this year.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, rumor is their headmaster's a lot about Christ School. He loves the rivalry and wants to bring it back. Like, I know, Larry, wasn't it right that, like, last year they wanted to kind of stop the Christ School rivalry and shift it over to Raven Gap, and then something happened?
So
2 years ago.
What they wanted to do was kind of step away from the game, and they wanted to go towards in a direction of battle the border with Raven Gap. And their new headmaster, who I've actually had some great conversation with him before, he told me, he's like, that's ending. Next year's gonna be different. This year for y'all. They're going back to focusing on Christ School as their main rival, because the current Asheville School headmaster is an alumni of Asheville School, so he understands the meaning of the game and he understands what it takes to get back to the way it was.
Yeah, I think that's important.
Sure.
And I know this week there's a little bit of that old school rivalry with some pranks going on between the two schools.
Yeah.
Not going to say who, but some greenies stormed over to the Asheville School campus and might have taken away their little celebration train bell.
Yoink.
Yeah, so I think the hopefully that'll spark a little bit more of a rivalry between the two schools.
A little bit more tension.
Yeah, a little bit more tension, and put a little extra something on the game, make it mean a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure, because this is one of those rivalries that you never want to see go away. 94 years, that's a long time. So hopefully this will be one of those rivalries that last hundreds of years. So hopefully one day I'll see my kids or somebody I know out there playing against Asheville School.
Hopefully we can finally get them or we can have a winning record against Asheville School, because they're leading right now.
Yeah, they are.
50-38, I think.
Something like
Yes,
that.
yeah, something like that. They, I know I was doing a little bit of research, and I think it was the first 4 or 5 games, the combined score was like 200-0 or something like that.
Yeah, like 267.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. It was like 265, something like that, to nothing, because it was 84, then 50, 40, all that to nothing. They shut us out. But I guess the Christ School tradition of winning has started come back around, and we've won 8 straight now and looking to make it 9.
Yeah, we are 16-4 since 2000.
Yep. So that's important. So I guess, Larry, what is your score prediction for Saturday and why? That'll wrap us up after that. But what's your score prediction and why?
Oh, let me see. I haven't missed a game yet. I've watched every game for y'all so far. I'll go with a strong 42-14.
Okay,
Christ,
respectable.
That's very valid.
All right, that's a good score prediction.
Yeah.
I guess we're not allowed to make any score predictions, but hoping for a good game.
Yeah, for sure. And, well, that'll about wrap us up for today. It was great having you guys on the show. Tune in
Appreciate
next
y'all
time. And let's go get this dub.
Thank you so much.
See ya.
Yeah.
For more great Greeny produced content, visit csstump.net.